guys, and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again, I'm Greg, and this is the Starting 11 show. Brighton up next, and from what I could see, no press conference this week, so a few bits of speculation here as to what the team might look like. What we do know, Onana suspended through a build-up of yellow cards. Gordon and Mina both missed the last game. I think it was illness, mysterious illness for Gordon, and Mina some sort of cramping from the game beforehand. Not sure if either of them will feature, so speculation there as we get into the team. Another point of contention will be what we do with the shape. Of course, we had a back five against City to try and neutralise some of their attacking output. We kept them down to one goal, which was good. I think we executed the game plan well. Managed to get a snatch and grab goal afterwards, after going down to salvage a point. Keeps the pressure of Frank, keeps us just above the relegation zone. So the back five clearly worked. It's hard to drop anyone from that back line as well. You know, Godfrey came in and despite bits of criticism here and there, I thought he had a really good game. Really interesting battle with Erling Haaland. Not many players have the physicality and the pace to go pound for pound with Erling Haaland, and I think he did a really good job getting in his head as well. So hard to say if we did go to a back four. Do we just drop Godfrey straight away? What I would say though is keeping the back five severely reduces what is already a very low attacking output for us. That Gray chance, which great goal, but for the amount of times Gray tries that across the season, you know, I think he's managed two goals from that area in X amount of chances. There's never a consideration of him offloading the ball in that situation. So an air of luck, and that opportunity, that shot, that goal was our first shot of that game. So you could call it lucky, definitely snatch and grab. So can we risk keeping a back five and reducing attacking output? I guess it depends on, is Gordon fit? Guess it comes down to looking at the opposition as well. Brighton, whilst clearly not up to the capabilities of City, doing very well this season and do have some of the attacking patterns of the bigger sides that we would tend to go to a back five against. Quite a fearless side in terms of attacking. Don't really, not really a team that's constrained by its own players. You know, they don't really think we got a worse set of talents who will play in a certain way. They will hit us in the same ways that the cities will hit us. So my natural thought would be to stay as a back five here. Certainly if Gordon is still out. So we'll stay with the back five, which will of course look the same. Pickford, Patterson, Godfrey, Tarkowski, Cody and Mykolenko. Mykolenko, interesting to hear what you guys think about him in the comments. I think he's had a very mixed start to his life. I think it's because he is the next name in a lineage of fantastic left-backs that we've had. Baines leaving, Luca Dean coming in and filling his shoes in a way that I think only Luca Dean in that time could have done. So is Mykolenko just suffering because he doesn't have the traits that we've come to take for granted in a left-back? Incredible set-piece play, attacking dynamism. But you know, I think he's doing well. So that back five. Then the question is who replaces Onana? Two names come to mind, don't they? That is Tom Davis and Abdoulaye Doucouré. Now Doucouré is under quite a lot of pressure at the moment from fans for work rate and not looking interested. Of course, last season he was one of my safest players' hands, I think. And I think Frank rates Tom. I know he's a risky player. He's got mistakes in him, and against a team like Brighton, that will hurt us. But I would guess that would be where we go, as opposed to Doucouré. Keep Doucouré out of the eye for a little while whilst he's under such heavy criticism. I think it might be risky to start him. You know, it might be the case of kill or cure with him. There's interests from Middle Eastern nations and leagues as to picking him up. But I would go with Tom Davis next to Idrissa Gueye, because I'm in some sort of time warp back to 2016, clearly. And Iwobi fills that. And that leaves, of course, the same personnel across the rest of the pitch. You've got Demarai Gray and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Didn't show too much link-up play between each other. As I said, Demarai Gray's goal was born of selfishness. Good thing for a striker. All the greats talk about how being selfish made them the striker they were, your Shearers and your Rooneys, and having that. But I don't think Gray is in that same conversation, and it would be nice for him to add some attacking, some creative output to his game, and get Calvert-Lewin back on the score sheet. So I think that'll be the team. Of course, Gordon might be fit, and we might see the usual front three and revert back to the back four, and I imagine in that case Godfrey probably drops straight out again. But I think he did well enough to keep his name on the team sheet, and for a game like this I would keep the back five. So Pickford, Patterson, Godfrey, Tarkowski, Cody, Mikolenko, Tom fitting in with Gay and Iwobi, and Gray and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What do we think? What do we think for that? I was very pessimistic last game, but we walked away with a point. So do we think we can also, get something from this game? And do you think we're doing ourselves an injustice to look at a game like this and think, try and take a point away? It's Brighton. Should we be looking at this and going, home game has to be 3 points, go all out? No way we should have a back five at home against a team like Brighton. Am I being too pessimistic? Let me know. Let me know what your team would look like, and hopefully we can start building a bit of momentum.